What's up, guys? I went to Iran, the Iran you always hear about in the news, but what I found was nothing like the headlines. This video is about the real Iran, the people, the places, and the moments that changed how I see the world. Forget the stereotypes. Let me show you what life is actually like there. If you're ready for a story that'll challenge everything you think you know, stick around. Let's dive in. The first thing you notice in Iran is the hospitality. It's overwhelming. People invite you to dinner, to their homes, to meet their families, all within minutes of meeting you. I lost count of how many times strangers offered help or insisted I join them for tea. In Yazd, a family welcomed me in off the street. In Isfahan, a shopkeeper closed up just to walk me to a restaurant. University students in Shiraz basically adopted me for a day, refusing to let me pay for anything. This isn't just politeness. It's a cultural code called tarof, and it's everywhere. There's no catch, no expectation, just genuine warmth. The headlines and the reality couldn't be more different. Iranian hospitality is the most humbling thing I've ever experienced. Let's talk about that most sinful country label. It comes from studies ranking countries by things like alcohol and drug use. But the reality? It's complicated. Officially, alcohol is banned, dress codes are strict, and public behavior is tightly controlled. But behind closed doors, people find ways to express themselves. Private parties, VPNs for social media, underground music. Iranians live a dual life. Public rules, private freedoms. It's not about sin, it's about resilience and creativity. The youth especially are experts at navigating these boundaries. Calling it sinful misses the point. It's a society full of nuance, not just rule breakers. The real story is how people adapt and find joy within the system. That's what makes Iran so fascinating. Iran's architecture is jaw-dropping. The Nasir al-Mulk Mosque in Shiraz, when sunlight hits the stained glass, the whole room explodes in color. Isfahan's Naqsh-e-Jahan Square is massive, surrounded by mosques and palaces with mind-blowing tile work. The Golestan Palace in Tehran is a hall of mirrors, literally. Yazd's ancient wind towers are like something out of sci-fi. Every city has its own architectural marvels, each telling a story of art, math, and faith. These aren't just buildings, they're living works of art. You can't help but feel awe. The bazaars are the heart of Iran, ancient, chaotic, and alive. Step inside and you're hit with the scent of spices, the sound of haggling, the clang of coppersmiths. Each section is its own world: carpets, gold, textiles, sweets. But the real magic is in the people. Families shopping, old men sharing tea, artists painting for decades. I bought a hand-painted box in Isfahan, but the conversation with the artist was the real treasure. The bazaar is where you see real Iranian life. It's a living, breathing piece of history. Get lost, you won't regret it. Iranian food is next level. The rice, especially the crispy tadig, is legendary. Saffron, barberries, pistachios, every meal is a feast for the senses. Stews like fesenjan, pomegranate and walnut, and gourmet sabzi, herb and bean, are rich and complex. Kebabs are marinated, grilled to perfection, and served with mountains of fluffy rice. For dessert, saffron ice cream or falude, a rosewater noodle treat. Every meal feels like a celebration. The flavors are subtle, aromatic, and unforgettable. I still dream about the food. Seriously, you'll never look at rice the same way again. Iran isn't just desert. Sure, the Lut Desert is epic, but the north is lush and green, with forests and tea plantations. In a single day, you can go from sweating in the desert to wearing a jacket in the misty mountains. The Alborz and Zagros ranges have snow-capped peaks and even ski resorts. Spring brings wildflowers and nomadic tribes moving through green valleys. There are salt lakes, mangrove forests and waterfalls. Iran's landscapes are wildly diverse. It's a paradise for nature lovers. Every region feels like a different world. Iran is a living museum. Persepolis, the ancient Persian capital, still stands, its columns and carvings telling stories from 2,500 years ago. Naqshi Rostam's royal tombs are carved into cliffs like something out of a movie. Yazd's mud brick alleys feel like time travel. There are 26 UNESCO sites, each with its own chapter of history. You don't just see history, you walk through it. Every stone, every street has a story. It's humbling to witness. In Iran, poetry is everywhere. People quote Hafez and Rumi like we talk about the weather. At Hafez's tomb in Shiraz, people gather to recite verses and seek fortunes in his poetry. Art is woven into daily life. Carpet weaving, marquetry, miniature painting, calligraphy. Every craft is a masterpiece, passed down through generations. Beauty is valued in everything. Iranians have a deep appreciation for art and soul. It's a culture that lives and breathes creativity. Iran is a country of contrasts, ancient traditions and a young, modern population. The call to prayer echoes, but so does pop music in hipster cafes. Women express themselves through fashion, even within dress codes. Young people use VPNs to access Instagram and TikTok, blending global trends with local culture. It's not a battle between old and new, it's a fusion. Iranians are forging a unique identity, honoring heritage while embracing the future. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving society. The big question, is Iran safe? Absolutely. I felt safer in Tehran and Isfahan than in many Western cities. Violent crime is rare and locals look out for visitors. Respect the laws, dress modestly, no alcohol, no public affection, no photos of government sites. Tourists are welcomed and treated differently from locals. Go with an open mind, learn a few words in Farsi, and be ready for curiosity. The real risk? Falling in love with the country and never wanting to leave. Iran is nothing like the headlines. It's a place you have to see for yourself. That's a wrap on Iran. I hope this journey showed you a side of the country you never see in the news. If you learned something new, hit subscribe and let me know what surprised you most. Travel changes perceptions, and that's why I make these videos. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.